Miserable few weeks, the double capture of Paulo Di Caneo and Marc-Vivien Foé gave West Ham fans something to cheer as they approached their Premiership match at Wimbledon. While Foé had been a target for Manchester United, Di Caneo's move for less than £2 million raised most eyebrows. The Italian striker hadn't played since pushing over referee Paul in September, but the former Sheffield Wednesday player says he's ready for Premiership football.
I need to play maybe 3-4 games to have a good form, but of course if we need, I'm ready to play just tonight, no problem, but of course for a good form we need another 2 weeks, I think.
The two signings made possible by the sale of John Hartson to Wimbledon for £7.5 million. Hartson arrived at Selhurst Park for his home debut against his former club, but it's West Ham who feel they've come out on top.
It's a very good deal around. I think anybody in the football industry will tell you that the price we got for John Hartson was an incredible price, and we've managed to reuse that money plus and bring in 3 players. It's got to be good business.
With countless injuries and suspensions, it's a depleted West Ham squad that arrived at Selhurst Park on the back of 3 defeats, but boosted by the arrival of Foé and Di Caneo. And manager Harry Redknapp was looking forward to the reunion with Hartson.
When we signed it for £3.5 million, everybody said we were crazy. So, and we ended up selling it for £7.5. It was a great deal. So, but no, we had a couple of great years out of him. Did the job we wanted. Yeah, I mean John will be an handful for us on Saturday, but no, looking forward to seeing him. I like him very much as a lad.
And it was Hartson who led out his new team on his Selhurst Park debut against the club he left just over a fortnight ago. Wimbledon unbeaten at home since the beginning of October. West Ham without Wright, Pearce, Sinclair, Keller, Lomas and Berkowitz. So a debut for Cameroon international Marc-Vivien Foé. Di Caneo had to settle for a place on the bench, but it was West Ham's 17-year-old wonder kid Joe Cole, making his first Premiership start, who was causing Wimbledon most problems early on. Wimbledon was struggling to get into the game, and it was Cole again posing the questions. From Dix's long ball and Kitson's flick on, the youngster turned Ben Thatcher inside out. Cole denied his first Premiership goal by the excellence of Sullivan. John Hartson was struggling to make an impression, and the Welsh striker was booked shortly before half-time and now faces a one-match ban. Few chances created in the second half, and with 20 minutes left, Cole made way for the debut of Paulo Di Caneo, the Italian's first Premiership game in 4 months. But it was Wimbledon who came closest to breaking the deadlock in the final minutes, Jason Newell giving Shaka Hislop his first real test. Joe Kinnear had to settle for a point in what was a mediocre affair. It was more about who had played rather than how they'd played.
People have got opinions, and 1 or 2 people have voiced opinions saying, maybe it wasn't a good signing or whatever. But I think anybody who knows football, knows about footballers, would show you the fella's a fantastic player. And I think our fans, the reception he got when he came on, he said after the game, he's so much looking forward to playing here now, and it'll be a big start, West Ham. I've got no doubts about that.
The skill of 17-year-old Joe Cole on his first Premiership start was without doubt the shining light in a dull match. He showed a maturity beyond his years, leaving Redknapp confident about his club's long-term prospects.
Once the players settle in, and I'm looking to bring another player in, I think the future's tremendous with kids like Joe playing in your team, and young players like Frank and Rio. I mean, the future's never been so good at West Ham.